You are destroying yourself, and you don't even realize it. You're drifting away from your essence, your purpose, your inner strength. And the most frightening part is that it happens slowly, silently, like erosion that wears down the soul, piece by piece. If you're one of the chosen ones, you need to understand a pressing truth. Your own behavior might be sabotaging everything you were called to live. This video is a wake-up call, a mirror, a scream of awareness. Because sometimes you need to hear the truth directly in order to awaken. And the truth is that many of the chosen ones are decaying from within. Their minds are exhausted, their bodies weakened, and their spirits dimmed, all due to habits that seem harmless but are draining vital energy, focus, clarity, and light. Maybe you're among them. Maybe you've been sabotaging yourself by constantly comparing yourself to others, judging yourself, diminishing your worth. Maybe you're trying to please everyone and forgetting yourself. Or maybe you're too distracted, living outwardly while your inner world is collapsing. Chosen one, stop now. Because if you continue at this pace, you'll reach a point where the soul screams and the body responds with pain. Self-sabotage is one of evil's most subtle weapons. It disguises itself as momentary pleasure, innocent escape, logical justification. But deep down, it's a disconnection from your mission. And when a chosen one disconnects from their mission, their entire being starts to fall apart. Mental health sends signals: insomnia, anxiety, racing thoughts, loss of motivation. The body reflects it: chronic pain, constant fatigue, illnesses that seem to appear out of nowhere. And the spirit grows silent. The worst kind of pain isn't the one that screams. It's the one that goes silent. The one that makes you wake up feeling empty, even after hours of sleep. The one that makes you question everything, even after achieving so much. The one that makes you smile on the outside while imploding on the inside. This pain doesn't show up in medical tests, but it exists, and it corrodes, and it distances, and it robs you of your presence. You need to return to your center, to your silence, to your purpose. You need to stop now with whatever is killing you in invisible doses. Whether it's addiction to social media keeping you scattered, compulsive eating, binge-watching series, or other distractions. Whether it's a toxic cycle of negative thoughts, guilt, or self-criticism. You weren't chosen to live like this. You were chosen to be light, to be an example, to be a bridge. And if this message is touching you, write in the comments, "Today I take back control of my life." This simple but profound decision can be the beginning of your liberation. And if you haven't yet, subscribe now to the channel Motivation You Need, because here, each video is an anchor to bring you back to yourself. Let's talk about spiritual health. You might attend temples, listen to sermons, speak of faith, but if you're not nurturing your spirit in the silence of your daily life, all of that will be just form. The spirit is strengthened when you choose good, even when it's hard. When you choose silence instead of reacting. When you choose integrity, even when no one is watching. That is the path of the chosen one. And it's lonely, but sacred. Your physical health is connected to this too. The body feels everything. It feels when you're denying your truth. It feels when you're suppressing pain. It feels when you're far from God. Don't underestimate your body's wisdom. It is a temple, and it speaks. The tension in your shoulders, the headaches for no reason, the fatigue even after rest. These are warnings, signs, cries for help. Wake up, breathe, feel, recognize, and change. Not tomorrow, now. You have the power to break the cycle of self-destruction and begin a new cycle of rebirth. This doesn't require magic or external miracles. It requires decision, presence, responsibility. You are not alone. Thousands of souls are awakening right now. There's a silent army of chosen ones who decided to break free from internal prisons to live out their calling. And if you made it this far in this video, it's because you're one of them. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it, with someone you know is quietly self-destructing. Be the wake-up call in that person's life. You never know the impact a message can have on the soul of someone about to give up. In the next part, we'll dive even deeper into the main self-sabotaging behaviors of the chosen ones and how to reprogram the mind to return to a state of spiritual, mental, and physical alignment. Stay with me until the end. This healing journey is just beginning. Motivation you need, where your awareness expands and your soul finds direction. Now that you've recognized the signs, it's time to understand the behaviors that are sabotaging you every single day, often without you even noticing. And the first one is excessive self-criticism. The chosen ones are often harder on themselves than any external enemy could be. They demand perfection. They don't allow themselves to fail. And they turn every mistake into a sentence. This constant weight feeds guilt, destroys self-esteem, and blocks your ability to evolve with grace. You need to remember, God didn't choose you because you're perfect. He chose you because you carry within you something the world desperately needs, and that can only bloom when you treat yourself with love, with compassion, with forgiveness. Healing begins when you change the way you see yourself. You are not your past mistakes. You are what you choose to do with what you've lived. So stop wounding yourself with memories. Use them as fertile soil for growth, not as anchors that drown you. Another subtle behavior that destroys the chosen ones is spiritual procrastination. That voice that says, "I'll pray later, I'll heal later, I'll change later." But that later never comes. And meanwhile, you keep feeding everything that pulls you away from the light. Procrastination is a silent poison that lulls the soul to sleep and blocks transformation. The time to reconnect is now. The time to cleanse your mind, your body, your energy is now. And the third destructive behavior is emotional dependency. The chosen ones, because they feel more deeply, often cling to people, situations, and memories that should have been released long ago. But out of fear of being alone, or attachment to the familiar, they remain tied to things that drain them, that suffocate them, that dim their inner light. Spiritual freedom begins when you realize you need nothing external to feel complete inside. Chosen one, you are called to walk with awareness, with purpose, with truth. That requires you to release what is making you sick, to close cycles, to say no to what no longer resonates, to choose your well-being, even if it means displeasing others. Your mental health depends on your courage to be honest with yourself. Your physical health depends on what you consume, not just food, but thoughts, words, and content. Reflect. How many times a day do you feed yourself fear, gossip, comparison, anger, despair? All of that poisons your system, your heart, your peace. It's time for an internal fast, to choose wisely what enters your senses, your spirit. You are a temple. Guard your atmosphere. Protect your field. That is practical spirituality. That is true health. And here's a truth that may hurt, but will set you free. If you keep acting like someone who doesn't know who they are, the world will keep treating you like someone who has no value. Own your identity. You are not just another person. You are chosen. And that comes with responsibility, but also with power. The power to change realities with your presence, to heal with your words, to transform with your example. If this video lit something inside you, write in the comments, "I choose my healing." This is your pact with yourself. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel Motivation You Need. Here, you'll find a safe space to strengthen yourself, to heal, and to reconnect with your mission. This is your calling to stop, to change, to start again. Don't ignore the signs. Don't postpone your liberation. Don't bargain with your essence. The pain you feel is the echo of a soul trying to wake up. Listen to that call and respond with action. Understanding is not enough. You must live it. You must feel it. You must choose every day to be faithful to who you were born to be. You are a temple, a healer, a light, a bridge between worlds. And when you heal yourself, you also heal the generations that came before and the ones that will come after. You carry a mission that is greater than your fears, greater than your mistakes, greater than your doubts. It's time to live it. Be grateful for making it this far. It was not by chance. Every word of this video was guided to awaken something that had been dormant inside you. Honor this moment. Return to it whenever you forget who you are. And share this message with someone you love. Because when one soul awakens, all those around it begin to wake up too. Motivation you need, where your awareness expands and your soul finds direction.